After Isaac was been deceived by taking the blessing from Esau and gave it to Jacob, Esau was furious and angry, and he wanted to kill him. But Rebekah sent him away to his brother Laban until Esau's anger dies down. And so Jacob did.
From Abraham, Isaac was born. And from Isaac, Jacob was born. And Jacob begat 12 sons. When Isaac died, his sons, Jacob and Esau, took their father's remains and buried them in the cave in which Abraham had been buried. Afterward, Jacob took his 12 sons to the land of Canaan. Jacob was particularly fond of his second son, Joseph. Jacob could see an innocence in Joseph that none of his other sons possessed. But the other sons could not understand this and grew jealous.
Another dream, son?
Oh, Father. I saw the sun, moon, and stars.
The Lord sometimes speaks to us through dreams. Now, go to sleep.
Pee-pee, it's dinner time. Eat lots.
Joseph!
Benjamin, do you want to feed him?
He won't bite?
It's all right. Look, do it like this.
He's eating!
Joseph.
Yes, Father?
As his favorite, Jacob gave him an ornament robe of many colors.
You see, look at my happy Joseph.
The best donkey and the best leather pouch, and now the most beautiful coat. Why do you favor Joseph so?
I have no intention of discriminating between my 12 sons, but only Joseph has a truly innocent heart. The others are all grown now, but Joseph is still pure. It is only natural I should favor him.
Father, I'll do anything for you. Just ask.
Jacob said to
All right,
Joseph,
Father?
Well, it has been over a month since your brothers went to Shechem, and we haven't had any news.
I'll go and check on them. I'm no longer a child.
No, I guess not. Well, hurry up and get ready.
So Joseph set out to search for his brothers.
Take care, Joseph.
Yes, sir. I'll be all right. So long. See you soon.
Joseph, take me with you.
Benjamin, be a good boy and stay here.
No, I want to go too.
Don't cry now. I'll be back soon.
Really? You'll come back real soon?
Of course I will, you silly little brother.
When his brothers saw him coming, they said to each other, "Here comes the dreamer."
So, Father sent you to see how we're doing.
It must have been difficult for you alone.
No, I think it must be much harder for all of you out here.
That's a fine coat you have. I don't believe any of us have ever seen such a coat.
Yes, sir. And brand new, too. I'm sure it must have been a gift from Father. You're the apple of his eye, that's for sure.
Why is it that Father always favors you?
Then
I had another dream.
What kind of a dream was it this time?
It was about sheaves of wheat. We were all in the field tying up sheaves of wheat when my sheaf got up and stood up straight. Yours formed a circle around mine and bowed down to it.
You say our sheaves bowed down to you?
Yes, like a king with his vassals. But that isn't all.
they
Listen,
hated him even
I had
more.
another dream in which I saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars all bowing down to me. It was very strange.
The sun is the father and the moon mother.
And the 11 stars are us, his brothers. He says his whole family is to bow and defer to him as if he were a king? Fool.
They hated him even more.
Say, Joseph,
What, Simeon?
actually, I also had a dream a while ago.
Really? What about?
This huge whirlwind came out of the desert. It blew away all our tents and sheep and camels, everything.
It means that you want everything of value for yourself. The sheep, the camels, and all our possessions.
What? Are you accusing me?
I'm tired. I've got to sleep. Good night.
They had a plan to kill
To
him.
go and make such a show of being Father's favorite. The rat.
I've had enough. Does he really think that he's a king and we are his slaves?
The idea that Father and Mother should bow to him.
I will not allow it.
We can't just stand by and let him get away with this. We must do something.
When Reuben saw this,
Simeon,
I can't.
he's just a sleeping child.
That's just it. Can you do it?
No, not with a knife.
See? It's not that easy.
when
No,
Reuben
think.
heard this,
If we were to make the slightest cut in his clothes, Father would know he had been stabbed.
So let's not take his life. It would not do to spill blood. Let's throw him down that old well.
But don't put his hand on him.
Yes. Then we don't need the knife.
We could smear the blood of an animal on his coat and tell Father he was killed by some beast.
Good. Let's do it and get it done with.
Then they took Joseph's ornament coat.
What? Huh? What are you doing?
And they tied him
Put
up.
me down!
And they threw him into the well.
Help me. Father?
But the well is empty and there's no water. As they sat to eat,
Hey!
What's the matter?
there,
A caravan is headed this way.
a caravan of
We gain
Ishmaelites
nothing by
coming
killing
from
him.
Egypt,
Why
passing
don't we sell
by.
him to these Ishmaelites? Then we don't have to hurt him. After all, he is our own brother.
Not bad timing, eh?
Joseph was sold as a slave to the merchants with 20 pieces of silver.
Not bad. We get rid of him and get paid for it at the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone.
You said it.
I can't believe that my brothers would do such a terrible thing. But they did try to kill me.
Boy,
Huh?
how much longer are you going to cry? Hurry up and take care of the camels. And then it's time to eat.
Yes, sir. Dear Lord, thank you for saving my life. I pray that I may become a better servant to you.
When Joseph's brothers took Joseph's coat, killed an animal, dipped it in the blood, they gave it to their father. Jacob realized that it was Joseph's coat. Everyone was here to comfort him, but he refused. And he cried.
Joseph!
In Egypt,
Wow! Is that the palace of the all-powerful Pharaoh? Look! Huge donkeys!
Those are called horses, not donkeys.
Horses? Golly, they're wonderful.
That man is the captain of the palace guard. You don't want to get in his way.
I have never seen such an unusual bird. What will you sell it to me for?
Actually, the bird belongs to this boy, and it never leaves him.
So? Then how about selling me the bird and the boy? All right? What's your name, boy?
Joseph, sir.
Joseph, from now on, you are the keeper of that bird. Come.
And Potiphar put Joseph in charge of all the work.
Actually, my daughter is sick. She has been bedridden for over a month now. But just 3 days ago, she said she had a dream about a bluebird. But try as I might, I couldn't find out where such a bird exists, or even what it is called.
A bluebird?
I wanted to at least find her such a bird before she dies.
No. I am sure your daughter will recover.
What? What does the slave know? Watch your tongue, boy.
So, you did come. Yonah!
Yonah.
After having successfully predicted Potiphar's daughter's recovery, Joseph remained in the home of the captain of the palace guard. 10 years passed.
Get these charlatans out of here before I have their heads chopped off.
After
Potiphar,
Joseph was in prison.
I hear you have someone who can interpret dreams.
Yes, Your Highness. A slave called Joseph.
Tell me more about him.
Stand, but do not raise your head before the Pharaoh.
Joseph, I have had 2 recurring dreams of late, but no one has been able to tell me what they mean. If you can interpret them for me, I shall handsomely reward you. So listen,
The Pharaoh
Joseph,
said,
and I shall describe them to you. As I stood on the bank of the Nile, suddenly 7 fine, fat cows appeared from the water and began to graze on the shore. Then 7 thin and very sickly cows came out of the water. And the thin, sickly cows approached the 7 fine, fat ones and ate them. I also had another dream. 7 fine, full heads of wheat grew from one great stalk, and then 7 thin, parched heads of grain were blown in from the east and began to grow. They then swallowed up the first 7 mature heads of wheat. Joseph, see if you can tell me what these dreams mean.
They are messages from the God of heaven and earth, the true God, different than the stone idols that you worship, and they tell of what he plans to do.
Do you say your God is greater than those of Egypt?
The gods of Egypt are no more than stone, bronze, and gold statues. My God is the true God, creator and ruler of all things.
Impudent little sheepherder! How dare he speak so of our gods?
I am troubled by these dreams, but I do not know what they mean. Tell me what you think, Joseph.
Both the 7 fine cows and the 7 full heads of wheat foretell good harvests for 7 years.
Oh, 7 years of good crops?
But the 7 sickly cows and the 7 parched heads of wheat mean that there will be 7 years of famine to follow.
7 years of famine. And hunger?
Now there is plenty of food, but once the famine comes, this nation could fall.
What? Our nation fall?
The slave's words are blasphemy.
Joseph, what are you saying? Egypt can never fall. Not with our Pharaoh to lead us. How can you do this to me, Joseph?
Joseph, I, the Pharaoh of Egypt, believe your words. I love my people, and as their leader, I must protect them. I cannot allow my people to suffer. You shall wait for my decree.
We have been waiting. What is the Pharaoh's decree?
Joseph,
Yes, sir.
the Pharaoh has waited for the gods of Egypt to respond, but there has been no reply. The Pharaoh has decided to believe in your God. The Pharaoh has appointed you manager of all the granaries throughout the land.
So Pharaoh took his ring off of his finger and put it on Joseph's hand. And he became the manager of all Egypt and stored
From a mere Hebrew
food
slave
from the coming
to the
famine.
manager of all of Egypt's granaries, you've come a long way. But do not let it go to your head. If you should betray the Pharaoh's trust or be wrong in your prophecy, great harm could come to you. I will not be able to protect you. From now on, you are going to have to look out for yourself.